Watch this. Hey Siri, can you turn me into a tech YouTuber?
Okay, it will only take a few steps. Increasing video production quality. Evolving into the latest model.
Cool.
Raising your IQ.
What?
Oh wow, this is gonna be tough.
Ow.
Transformation complete. You are now ready to be a tech YouTuber.
Welcome back to my series, Becoming, where in each episode, I try to master a different part of YouTube. In today's video, I'm gonna attempt to figure out the art of the tech review. This is a space dominated by people like MKBHD, Linus Tech Tips, Unbox Therapy. These channels, they cover everything consumer tech, from phones to cars. And I'm a pretty big fan of a lot of creators in this space, but watching is a lot easier than doing. So before I make my attempt, let's see what they're really all about. There are a lot of different subgenres and niches in this space. There's one guy whose name is Jerry Rig Everything. He found this niche of doing teardowns of phones. He'll take the phone apart, see how strong the glass is, see what it's made of, see how durable it really is. He's found massive success doing that. It's really cool. But let's start with one of the biggest creators and one of my favorites, MKBHD.
What's up? MKBHD here.
He's been around for a while and it definitely shows. His videos are really impressive, really high production quality. He specializes in in-depth reviews of phones.
So the 12 Pro has a improved camera system over the 12th. Then there's two ways that the screens really work together. LG calls them A+A or A+B. If there's any phone that makes it feel like you're getting the absolute complete package, it's probably this one.
He really breaks everything down. Everything you would want to know is in one of his review videos. Like if I'm interested in a new product, I always go check him out. I'll even watch videos from him about tech I'm not that interested in, just because I feel like I'm always learning something.
That's a great compliment. I'm doing my job then.
Next, we'll check out Unbox Therapy. He's a little different. He keeps it a bit more simple. Like his name says, he does unbox stuff. He doesn't go as in-depth into the products as MKBHD does. He kind of gives you the bullet points, depending on what it is. Sometimes he'll just check out like a weird tech product, a niche tech product or something.
All right, we're gonna go ahead, start it up.
Oh.
Whoa! This is a sneaker that you wear that you also feel. When you listen to music, this contributes to the experience. And then what, I just approach the stairs? Oh my God.
His videos are very consumable. And yeah, he just has fun with it. It's cool.
That's true.
If you want to get into the tech YouTuber space, you have to find a niche or a clever way of doing it. So I'm going to try that. I have to put my own spin on it. I just don't know what that is yet. So I'm going to think about it and we shall see what happens. All right, so I've narrowed down becoming a tech YouTuber into 3 steps. The first one was to set up a set, which I have done. I was heavily inspired by Unbox Therapy to do something, or maybe exactly what he does, just a white background and a table. Next, I need to get some B-roll of the product I'm shooting, and then I just need to write a script and then film the video. So I'm gonna do that, and I will see you guys in the video. iPhone, MacBook, Apple Watch, AirPods. These are all products made by Apple. We're familiar with them, sometimes we love them, but their innovation has gotten kind of boring, if you ask me. I mean, they're still a groundbreaking company, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like the same thing every year. Nothing really that cool is introduced. in terms of hype and spectacle, it's not the same as it used to be. This is the newest iPhone. If you ask me what I think about it, I would say it's an iPhone, it's cool, it's better than my last one, and the camera is good. I like it. I'm just not that passionate about it. So what could they do if they wanted to bring Apple back to its roots? What should they make that would get people excited again? Well, they could make an e-reader. Yes, that's right, an e-reader. You might be saying, Eric, who would be interested in an e-reader? That's not cool. People don't care about that. And to that, I would say, yeah, you might be right. But I would be excited, so hear me out. Apple is in the perfect position to make a great ebook reader. But before I tell you why and what their ebook would be like, let me tell you about this, the Kindle Oasis. This is my e-reader of choice. It's currently the highest end Kindle and one of the nicest ebooks you can buy. It has a nice 7-inch display and adjustable LED backlight, which you would think would be obvious in an e-reader, but my old one from 2014 doesn't have one. So it's not as obvious as you would think. I mean, it's like 5 cents for an LED light. How is that not the first thing you put in it? It took them like 4 generations to figure out that people wanted to read at night. Like, what? I don't get it. But anyway, it's waterproof. It has physical buttons, which is apparently a premium feature because none of the cheaper models have them, even though the earliest Kindles were covered in buttons. So I guess it costs more for an older feature. Whatever. Hi, future Eric here. Well, future from that version of me, past version of me when you're watching this. But anyways, this is getting kind of boring. I'm rambling a lot, so I'll do us all a favor and speed it up a little bit. But other than that, it has a good battery life, and it has a cool feature called Whisper Sync that lets you seamlessly go from reading to listening. But then we get into the software, and the UI is just bad. It's clunky and ugly. It's Amazon. They're not really known as a design company, so it's not surprising, and it's functional, so it is what it is. But this is where I get mad. So if you buy the base model Kindle Oasis for $250, which this one is, you get what they call special offers, which just means they serve you ads on the lock screen. So whenever it's locked, it's scrolling through book ads. For $20, you can get rid of the ads, which isn't crazy, but it's about the principle of it. This is the premium Kindle that you're already shelling out $250 on. Skip the ads, Amazon. Skip the ads. How much money could you really be making on these untargeted ads? I mean, really, if you get rid of these for everyone on every Kindle, I'm telling you, it would be a great PR move. You could show the world you're not as greedy as you seem because you are a trillion, billion, $1 company. Why do they need to put ads on them? It's just tacky. Just get rid of them. It would be a win for everyone. But obviously they're not going to do that. So the ads and the fact that there aren't really any software features that separate this from any other reader on the market kind of makes this feel like a product stuck in the 2000s. But now let's talk about if Apple were to design their own ebook to compete with the Kindle. What would they do to really bring this product into 2020? I would begin by playing around with the shape for 2 reasons. First is this thin, square, rectangle form factor isn't really comfortable to hold over long periods of time. I would want some sort of handle that you can really get your fist around. Something like this maybe. You see here, I'm relying on the muscles in my bicep, not the tiny muscles in my hands and fingers. And then the second reason I would change the shape is because I would want it to be foldable. Touchscreen, folding screens exist now, and it would be perfect for an e-reader. Then we make it USB-C with fast charging to really get this thing juiced up. There'll also be a camera on the top for reasons I'll get to later, and then everything else we would keep the same. The adjustable lighting they have, keep the physical buttons, put them on the handle, we'd keep the waterproofing, and altogether we would have a nifty little piece of tech. Now let's move on to the UI. So like I said, Amazon's user interface on the Kindle is outdated. Like, watch me turn this on. Like, what is that? That took like 3 minutes in technology time. I don't need to go into depth with this, but obviously Apple, being the design kings and queens they are, can make this way, way better, real easily. Also on the software side, we would implement Face ID, just because we can. More features, more whatever. Come on, Eric, get to the point. We don't got all day here. And then we would implement real-time eye scanning with the camera, so it can detect when you're at the end of the current page and flip to the next one for you, all without you having to touch a single button. I mean, this would be huge. Just lying in bed, completely lost in the book, not having to move a muscle for hours. I mean, that's the dream. That is the dream. And then lastly, we would keep Whisper Sync, but add a feature to it. You see, when you're reading in bed and your eyes start to get a little tired, you might switch to the audiobook. I'm skipping this. And with Whisper Sync, boom. Boom, boom, boom. There you have it. The perfect ebook. Now, I mean, I also have a concept in my head that involves like a book soundtrack and the eye scanner and the speakers and maybe like some adjustable weight in the handle to simulate how far you've progressed, but I can't tell you all my secrets. So Apple, feel free to steal this because, I mean, the point of an ebook is to make it as easy as possible for you to start reading and get lost in the book. It's supposed to be a good experience. Now, a lot of avid readers will not use a Kindle or any ebook because they don't think it's as good as the real thing, which I kind of agree with. There is nothing like holding a real physical book in your hands. But what I laid out here will make the reading experience on the iBook so irresistible, everyone would be using one. So Apple, again, what are you waiting for? Seriously, Apple, what are you waiting for? But anyways, that was that. That was my attempt at becoming a tech YouTuber. It was harder than I thought it was going to be, that's for sure. There was a lot of planning that went into it, between figuring out what I wanted to talk about, doing the research, writing the script, setting up the set, and all that. Kind of made for a lengthy process, one I wasn't totally prepared for. I mean, if you compare like the makeup video to this one, the makeup video was a lot easier because I just had to sit down and do the makeup. And I now kind of understand that in tech review videos, the tech product is the star of the show, not necessarily the reviewer. I mean, it matters like what they do, but it's not about the personality necessarily. It's more about what they have to say about the product. I tried to make this as entertaining as possible, which was hard to do because unless you really care about like ebooks like I do, this probably wasn't the most enthralling content. It's not something I could do day in, day out. I don't care about tech that much. It's kind of boring, but it was still a fun thing to do for the one time. I'm glad I did it. I think in the next video, I'm gonna try to become a cooking channel. If you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button. If you liked this video, hit the like button, leave a comment. And if you want more, check out my last episode where I became a beauty guru. So yeah, I think that's it for this one, and I will see you guys in the next video.